Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll have a look at this vivo X60 Pro, and certainly this is a camera centric smartphone. And guys, we got this in this unique box. This is a review unit, so let's have a closer look at this one. And the big thing with this device is, guys, it's engineered and collaborated with Zeiss, so the camera performance should be really good. In fact, the camera configuration, if I have a triple camera at the back, is actually pretty good and very practical, not gimmicky. But let's look at this, and as you can see, this box looks very fancy. So let's open this up and see. The phone is inside, so if you open it, so as you can see, it opens up 4 quadrants, and here I think so it's highlighting, yes, as I've told you, the Zeiss co-engineered imaging system. So it's basically Zeiss Optics, and they also say they have worked with Zeiss for AI algorithms and stuff. So a lot of enhancements in the camera because of that. Let's see. And performance, yes, this is powered by the Snapdragon 870. That's a 5G chipset. It supports 2 5G bands, guys. And again, we also have the night vision. And again, like the last year's vivo smartphone, this also has gimbal, but they say this is improved. So now it's the gimbal stabilization version 2, and they say it supports 5-axis video stabilization. So this will be interesting. We'll test that. I'll actually add some samples later on. And here is the phone itself. We have in this color, and this one is gradient. The back is actually glass, guys, and then we have the triple camera. I'll talk about it later. Front, this is a 6.56-inch AMOLED screen with 120 Hz refresh. So let's see, the accessories should be in this. So yes, some paperwork, your SIM ejector tool, your cable, the USB Type-C cable, and we also getting headset. So earphones in this one, so that's nice. These days generally we don't get that. That's nice. And this should be the 33-watt flash charge that we have. So this is the fast charger that we are getting in the box. So let me do one thing. Let me just keep these things to the side, and then we'll have a look at the handset. So guys, here we have the handset itself, and as I've told you guys, the back is also glass, and I like this finish. It plays around with the light. And let's see the weight. I'm also curious. It does not feel that heavy, and it says about 179 grams regarding the weight. Now on the top we have a secondary noise cancellation microphone, and the build quality looks to be nice. Here we have the volume rocker, power on off button. Bottom will be the speaker, your Type-C port. The SIM tray is here, and I believe this comes in 2 variants. One is 8 gigabytes of RAM and 12. So the storage will be dependent on that, 128 or 256. And again, guys, dual SIM nano. So that's what we are getting, no micro SD card or anything. Here again we have nothing. And back we have the triple camera setup. I just want to talk about this, and again we have the Zeiss logo over here. And the big thing is that the main camera is 48 megapixel, but the big thing is that the aperture, that's the f-stop that we talk about, generally is 1.8, 1.7. We have seen 1.6, but on this one it is actually a mind-boggling 1.48. That's the highest that I've seen on a smartphone. That means it should let in a lot more light, and for videography as well as photography, it should actually produce very good results. Then we have 2 more cameras, as you can see, and both of them are actually 13 megapixel. One is a 13 megapixel ultra wide, and the next 13 megapixel is actually a 2x optical zoom. So I like the camera setup on this one. The front facing is, I believe, a 32 megapixel camera. So let me do one thing. Let me actually just try to put this up, and I'll set it up, then we will continue. So guys, I have set up this device, so let's have a closer look at the same. And guys, I know, yes, it's a camera centric smartphone, so I'll show you a lot of camera samples, etc. in the later part of the video. But first, let's quickly have a look at it. And the first thing that I noticed is that it feels very premium, guys. And you also have this curved edges. Again, it's a personal preference, but in terms of styling, definitely looks stylish, I would say. And also it's comfortable to hold in the hand because it's not super wide. And I'm liking this new Fun Touch OS, and it's become very close to stock Android layout. As you can see, if left you go, you get your Google pane, and here you get your apps and stuff. There is some extra junkware that is installed, as you can see, but you can uninstall some of them. So but yeah, there is some junk apps that is installed. on this one like this, as you can see. But anyways, if you do this, you get to the quick toggle. So I like this new layout what Vivo is doing with FunTouch OS. And if you go over here again, here if you have all the settings, and if you go to display, of course auto brightness is there and all those things, and you also have the low brightness flicker. So this is important, guys. I don't know why many manufacturers miss this. This is important on an Android phone if you use it at night. Sometimes people are sensitive to that. So you can switch this on and off like this very easily. So that's actually a nice thing. This one is supposed to have that 120 Hertz refresh rate, guys. So that's actually a nice thing. That's known as smart switch. Automatically it does it, but you can force it to 120 here like this, or 60. Let's just leave it on smart like this. So that's what we have, and definitely I would say I can make it out very smooth in UI operations. And let's see the Android version and all those things. If we go to about the phone, this is the new FunTouch OS that's based on Android 11. So that's nice. We are getting Android 11 out of the box. And guys, this is the higher end variant that comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 GB of storage. They also say that both the 8 gigabyte and the 12 gigabyte will also have virtual memory like we have on computers. So you get extra 3 gigabytes of RAM. And this is the new Snapdragon 870 SoC. So the performance should be actually really good on this one. And I have to say, the in-hand feel looks to be nice. And again, as this is a AMOLED screen, it has an in-display fingerprint scanner. So let's test that. Over here it is. And again, as you can see, very responsive, actually very responsive. So that's actually nice. You can also enroll in the face unlocking. It prompted me, but I did not opt to that. It's over here. So the in-hand feel looks good. But now the big thing of this device is the camera. Again, Vivo generally, actually the cameras in Vivo smartphones have been good. But now I'm also very curious because of the Zeiss Optics on this one and the collaboration, what they have done. And the aperture, as I've told you, that f1.48. I'm also curious. So let's look at the camera interface. I'll just bring some objects here. And so here is the camera interface. Tap to focus obviously is there. And we have that wide angle, that's 13 megapixel. And if we go into more, here we have the different modes that we have: time lapse, the pro mode, and everything, the 48 megapixel. So you have all the modes over here, and this is supposed to also have that gimbal functionality. So if you take videos while moving also, it should be very stable. So I'll actually shoot videos in that. Here you have the stabilization option. Standard stabilization, it says ultra stable or turn off. So again, multiple types of stabilization it says it has. I'll show you a sample, but let's also quickly look at the front facing camera. Then I'll show you the sample. So this is the front facing, default portrait mode, photo mode, and we also have the night mode improved, and even HDR is there. So let me do one thing. Let me just go out and take some sample shots so that you get a better idea regarding the camera. So these are some outdoor samples taken with the vivo X60 Pro, and as you can see, outdoor samples actually came out good. Now these are some of the semi-indoor conditions when lighting was not good. This was how it looked actually, and when I switched on the night mode, this is what I got. Some more samples in outdoor conditions, and as you can see, skin tones were produced very well. Even wide angle lens, there is no distortion. And this was the portrait mode, and portrait mode you can even zoom in. One more example, this is a regular shot. This was that ultra wide angle, and this is the portrait mode, and this is the portrait mode zoom. Moving to the front facing camera, also as expected, the front facing camera performance was also actually really good. But you also have the portrait mode, and by default there is a lot of skin smoothing, so just tone it down. These are some random samples that I took in indoor lighting and artificial lighting conditions, and these were taken in indoor lighting conditions in my office. Again, as you can see here also, surprisingly it did pretty good, because in these situations actually smartphone cameras don't do that good. But here also, as you can see, this was that regular shot, and this was that ultra wide, that also came good. Again, one more example, regular, this was that ultra wide. Now these were some samples taken with the front facing camera of this vivo X60 Pro. So guys, shooting this video, and this smartphone is supposed to have gimbal like stabilization, and I'm just using the default mode, guys. And what I did is, and you can even switched between the modes, zooming in and out, and I'm in the standard mode, but I've shifted to 4K, guys. So this is actually really good. Even in 4K, as you can see, guys, I'm just walking around, it is very stable. I thought it would be a gimmick. I thought it'll do great in 1080p, but even in 4K, as you can see, I'm just walking and it is working great. So yes, this 5-axis stabilization does really work in video, even in 4K. Shooting this video with the front-facing camera of this vivo X60 Pro, and the audio is also being captured via the same. So do let me know what do you feel about the same. So guys, that's it for now for the unboxing and first look at this vivo X60 Pro smartphone. So what do you guys think about the same? Certainly I would say the camera performance was actually really good on this smartphone. So it'll be interesting to see how vivo prices this smartphone here in India. But anyways, what do you guys think about this one? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.